Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, as Eminem has set yet another monumental record for all of music in the 21st century. More on this in a bit. And today we also have a story of one of the key moments that all added up to Eminem and D12's success story today, thanks to a recent interview with Mr. Porter, who lived with Eminem for a while in Detroit before Dr. Dre signed Eminem. More on this in a bit. Today we also have an unlikely clash between hip-hop legend LL Cool J and internet hip-hop gossip legend DJ Akademiks. And here's the soundbite that set things off when AK called hip-hop pioneers broke and dusty.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Them old rappers, man, them niggas. Bro, have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip-hop really living good? They looking really dusty. I kid you not. Every time they be like an old talking about hip hop, you be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you.
Inventors and pioneers who make significant contributions to society don't often get the financial rewards in their lifetime. There's several historical examples of this. Even Nikola Tesla reportedly died poor, and this doesn't take away from their contributions. But like the saying goes, children do not remember all the sacrifices their parents made until they are much older. The pioneers laid the foundation that's changed the fortunes of future generations to come, and LL Cool J had to step in to clear the air.
It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that a lot of the pioneers in hip-hop, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, invented hip-hop if, they don't have a lot of money, or if they don't look or represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. We don't talk about a lot of even rock musicians, a lot of them, we don't talk about their bank accounts. A lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's kind of like, it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. There are artists out here. First of all, let me say this. First of all, let's talk about like young artists, right? Who I love. I love the young artists. Let's be clear. I'm very much a guy who embraces the young artists. I believe in every generation. I believe in you. I care about you. Let me say this to you though. Today, you could come up with your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your 20-year plan. You can go find a manager, you can find an accountant, you could find somebody that means something to you, to help you. You could find a team to help your career go to the next level. When hip hop first started, there were no managers. There were no accountants that believed in it. Record companies didn't even believe in it. Nobody believed in it. How can you make a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan on something that doesn't even exist yet, that people have never even heard of? So just because a couple of these guys and girls and people out here made songs and made music and made contributions to this culture, or even dancers danced and made these contributions go, just because they didn't get rich, just because they weren't able to pile up millions or billions of dollars, does not mean that they didn't make a contribution to this culture. That does not mean that they didn't do something. They created an industry that we all ate off of. They created an industry that you eat off of. When you go out there and you go monetize your brand, when you go get your whatever and do what you got to do to build your career, when you go out there and negotiate your deals and negotiate your checks and talk tough, guess what? That money, that bread, that food that you eating was created by those same people that you disrespected. That industry was created by them same people that you calling foul words, foul language.
And Royce reacted, man, people just saying anything at this point. You're the perfect person to place perspective on this one, GOAT emoji. Even Ice-T reacted to LL's post, utmost respect to LL Cool J. Podcaster like clowns, pop-ish just to get you to mention their names. That's their pathetic form of fame. F them. I'll always give my undying respect to the pioneers that created a music and culture that's basically saved my life. Fist bump emoji. And the irony here is that the pioneers is calling Dusty also saved his life. They started a movement that's got to the point that now he can talk about hip-hop and make millions. But what do you guys think? And check this out from AK shortly after. LOL, LL Cool J got beef with me, stop. Moving on, it's another milestone for Eminem in the 21st century for music, as according to Chartmaster's global report, Eminem's MMLP2 just hit a new milestone that's also a new record. The Marshall Mathers LP2 has moved now over 12 million equivalent units. It is Eminem's record 7th album, excluding Curtain Call, to do so. Most by any artist in this millennium. GOAT emoji. Not bad for a rapper who they claim fell off in 2002, when in 2022 Eminem's recovery also hit a global milestone. It surpassed 19 million sold globally and is currently at 19.4 million equivalent units sold. Moving on, thanks to the latest episode of the Paul Pod featuring Mr. Porter, we gotta find out some details about pre-Dr. Dre Eminem. And just so you know, at Gilbert's, Eminem was the head cook.
So you move over to Gilbert's, right? And still making pizza.
Pretty much.
But what were you guys doing there? Marshall was a short order cook, right?
Yeah, he was the main cook.
And no, Mr. Porter wasn't a kitchen porter.
I was running the fryer, the fryers. So I was dropping mott sticks hot left and right, like mozzarella sticks and fried mushrooms and all of that stuff.
But he also shared a heartfelt story about what they had to do to stay focused that got them where they are today. Check it out.
Let me tell you, this is one of the most important things. I knew he was a lot more like me the way that he handled that. He didn't have money to give me for beats. I couldn't stay in my house if I didn't have a job. So he was like, yo, you don't really got a place to stay? I'll give you the room. I'm gonna sleep on the couch.
Whoa. So he gave up his room so that you could focus on being an artist, and then helped you get a job at Gilbert's.
Yep.
So that you can make ends meet.
He knew I was good enough to, like, it was like we had a connection at this point. Like we had a synergy like that worked. And I was like, all right, look, I'm gonna get better at beats. And I needed a place to make beats. I was making beats in the room at the crib, and he gave me the room.
Wow.
And he slept on the couch. And I was like, you know what? There's no way that this became like my closest friend.
Yeah, well, listen, if that's not the definition of a friend, I don't know what is.
Yeah. And so at that point, I knew it was somebody that had the same passion for it and everything. And I learned so much because he taught me how to be a better rapper too. So, and I taught him stuff about beats while we was there. So he had an understanding even before he met Dre of how to actually put it together. He knew what he wanted to hear.
Talk about vision. Sheesh. And just like that, many viewers realize that it's time for a new group of friends. That will be all for now. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and see you on the next one.